Everything seemed normal on the last day of the school year. The students were looking forward to the start of the summer holidays, but no one could have suspected that this day would turn into a nightmare. Around noon, when everyone was already preparing for the solemn lineup, a strange eclipse began. The sky turned dark as night, and a cold wind swept through the streets, causing the windows of the school to shake. Teachers and students anxiously ran from class to class, trying to figure out what was going on. Suddenly, the electricity went out, enveloping the school in darkness. At this time, strange noises and groans began to be heard from the corridors. Students and teachers began to panic, but no one could find the cause of this strange incident. Suddenly, a teacher who had not been seen at school for a long time came out of the darkness. He looked pale as a ghost, and there was an unhealthy gleam in his eyes. "You shouldn't be here," he hissed, causing everyone to freeze in fear. At this time, the knocking on the classroom doors began. When the doors opened, there was no one behind them, but there were traces of dirt in the classrooms. Students and teachers tried to contact the outside world, but mobile phones and the internet did not work. Finally, when everyone was on the verge of panic, the electricity returned, and something terrible appeared in the corridor. A shadow covered in red liquid was slowly approaching the crowd. Everyone screamed, but it was too late. Stop it! In a small provincial town, a little school was known for its strict rules and peculiar architecture. One ordinary school day, after classes had ended, but before the bell signaling the end of the school day had rung, something strange happened. Students and teachers heard a quiet, yet distinct, child's laughter coming from the old basement, which had long been considered closed. Initially, everyone thought it was a prank by some restless student, but the laughter grew louder and more eerie. As the basement door opened by itself, a faint light began to emanate from it, and the child's laughter became so piercing that everyone in the school frowned in horror. Suddenly, a boy in an old school uniform, with eyes shining in the darkness, emerged from the shadows. He beckoned all those present to follow him into the basement, overwhelmed by an unknown fear. The students and teachers began slowly approaching the stairs. Suddenly, a piercing scream rang out, and the light went out. When the light came back on,